Welcome to Untitled. This will be episode 24 of my Austerlitz game with Mark via Hexasim games. I'm currently playing the French, Mark playing the Coalition.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome. So I received a couple of messages, well, one in particular regarding deleting a few French units by mistake. Those are now being restored. We finished the last episode with Saul having his second activation. So it is over to my colleague to activate something from the Coalition.
It is. I was just looking the wrong way because I was just grabbing my combat charts from the side there.
Totally professional. Should have had the combat charts by the side already. So,
we're a bit rough and ready in the Coalition.
A bit rough.
As long as it gets done in the end, we're all right. Okay, let me have a look at what we're going to do here. Now, excuse me, my last turn, I had to play my leader safe card. Well, I didn't have to play it, I chose to. I played a leader safe card to save Langeron from being captured or killed or wounded. I can't remember what result you got now, but Langeron was in trouble. So I played a card to keep him safe. Now, I'd been keeping that in reserve for Alexander if I didn't get a chance to move him before you closed in on Alexander, who is worth a lot of victory points for you. So I think what I shall do next is try and activate Alexander. So I'm going to make the roll now. I need a 7 or less, and I get a 7. That was lucky. Palms instantly again, Aaron. Palms started to go there.
Yeah, don't tell me about palms and sweaty and blinking die rolls. Cool from last time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You had all the luck, didn't you?
Yeah, I know.
So with Alexander being activated, that gives me a couple of choices. I'll be able to move him, for one. And what can he do? He can rally up to 4 stacks that are within his command range, which might be useful at this point. Or he can activate 2 units from any formation.
No, 2 stacks, not 2 units. 2 stacks.
Yeah, 2 stacks. Sorry, it's just my terminology. I knew what I meant in my own head. Do I go for the rallying? It's a half a regiment and a half a battery. I'm not sure if that's what I want to do. Now, with these direct activations, though, I can move without being worried about orders, which might give me an opportunity to protect Pratzenberg Heights. So I think rather than try to rally the routers, Alexander will activate 2 stacks. And I shall highlight those. Now, the Alt key, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to activate that stack there. Seeing who else I'm going to activate. You can move 6. I think it might be a cavalry unit. Yeah. And that cavalry unit there.
That cavalry stack there, okay.
So if I wish to fire with artillery, that's going to curtail my movement. So I don't think I will be firing with artillery.
Okay.
So this stack, the infantry stack south of Pratzer, just south of Kutusov, in fact, He can move 3 MPs.
Yep.
Now, if I go directly south, if I want to go up that slope, it's +1, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep. I've got a foot artillery battery there who cannot end adjacent to any of your combat units. So let me see, what do I do? 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
In fact, you know what? I'm going to take the infantry and go 1, 2, 3 to there.
Okay, so I have an option.
See if I get a response from your cavalry.
Yeah, you get raised fists and mad.
Do I get the finger?
Okay, so if they retreat from you, they can. Is there a restriction on them? They don't have to go back towards supply, do they? You just got to go away from you.
I think it's 2 hexes away. Do you have a quick look? Do you want to do a pause?
Okay, so I'm going to retreat this cavalry. Now, according to the rules, as we just checked, the retreat is a 2-hex retreat. As long as it ends closer to their supply source, that's their supply source over there. I'm retreating there for 1 and there for 2. So any questions about that and any answers that are beyond, and if the designer's looking, we weren't able to see if that was totally legal or not. But the distance from there to the supply source is more than the distance from there to there, the supply source. So
it's because it's a 2-hex retreat. Normally they're only 1 hex, so
yeah,
it says that priority must be given towards retreating towards your supply,
which I have done.
Which has happened. You've retreated towards the supply hex. You've only retreated towards the supply hex with half the movement, but it doesn't say you cannot do what you've done. So that's why.
Actually on the 2nd hex, it's maintained the distance.
Yeah. So that's fine with me. So that's what you cover. Right. So now what I'm going to do is my artillery slope, yeah, +1 MP. My artillery will now join those infantry regiments to give them a bit of protection. So we've seen you off one part of the Pratzenberg, but led you on to the other part. Now the next move.
Just as an aside, I can now see this token. Is that a man with a very, very fancy hat? Or is that not a man?
Yes, you can see it, can't you? So let me unmask.
So that's the dude.
Yeah, Mr. Captain Useless.
Well, that's a bit rude.
So I'm going to I'm going to delete those dummies. He's not very good at rallying. He's got no combat bonuses. And I've completely ignored him for the whole game. Except
that now there's a Dragoon regiment.
Except now I shouldn't have done, because he's worth, what, an extra 10 VPs or something. But, yeah.
Buchalden is worth 20 VPs if wounded, 50 VPs if killed or captured.
No, he's just worth 2. 2 if captured.
You're advocating.
I think you must have an old version of the rules there, Aaron.
Yeah.
Okay. So, no, Aaron's right, of course. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to move my
the Buchalden Rescue Party,
the cavalry, Liechtenstein's guys. They can move up to all as a stack. They can move up to 6. So let me just plan this out. 1, 2, 3. Don't want to end my turn adjacent to any French infantry because that will fatigue my cavalry. So they're going to go 1, 2 into Prater, 3 along the road, 4 along the road, 5 to there. I could move 1 more, but do I want to? I don't think I do. No. And then Alexander is going to reposition.
Are you sure? He looks very, very cozy on that slope.
He has been cozy there for quite some time, hasn't he, to be fair to him? Now, where's he going to be most needed? There's going to be routers coming along. They'll have to, when you advance again and attack, I'm going to be routing towards Austerlitz. I think to get them in range of that, I think Alexander is going to have to play it a little bit safe. And we'll join these chaps here.
Oh, right in front of my Imperial Guard. That's very good.
Yeah, that's where he's going. That's where he's going in the reserve. But the plan there is that if anyone routes along that main highway toward Austerlitz, they should be in range of Alexander to pick them up. That's my master plan. Won't work out probably, but that's my master plan. So that's him done. So let me activate him. Oh, I've just realized something. Alexander has a combat rating of 1, not 2. So I think he can only move 1 stack, not 2 stacks.
Oh, right, yes. Yes.
So I'm going to have to move those cavalry back. Isn't that honest of me?
That is. I must admit, I just get you're just
because I've been using that ability with Kutuzov, who can move 2. So I've put the cavalry back. Imagine
some of the people watching this right at the beginning go, "What a fool! He's only 1."
I know, yeah. That's him done. So it's end of turn roll, and I get a 4. No, nothing.
Okay, I want to activate Dabo. Okay, so he's on a 10.
Yeah,
he's active. Right, he's still got some reinforcements that haven't come on.
And was there much left?
There's some, because there has been a couple of times when we haven't had 2 activations out of him. So reinforcements. Now it's still 5 or below, but there is a -1 on the dice. And the first group that's on there is group 2, because group 1's already been brought on. So show that. So it's group 2 that I'm rolling for. So I need effectively a 6 or less. They're coming in. That's 3 infantry regiments. That's exactly. Oh, it's not. It's 3 infantry regiments. Yes, one of which is a light. Okay. Right. Okay. So let's remove all the move markers at the present moment. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. So we're going to start off with defensive fire.
Defensive?
Sorry, offensive fire. Offensive fire. Now this battery here.
Yep.
Can see these guys.
Yep.
But you can't see these guys because of the village here and here, even though he's upslope. Okay.
Yep.
So who's going to be the target? They've got a morale of 6. They've got morale of 6. And they've got a morale of 7. So I think we'll target this big battery here.
I would.
Okay. So it's 3 hex range, which for me is still a straight roll.
Yeah.
I'll stick a fire marker underneath it. Ooh.
Oh. You lucky.
Don't you dare call me lucky, Mr. Lucky.
QFT2 and a step.
QFT2 and a step.
So let me roll my QFT. Just.
So that becomes an 8, and then morale is 6, so they don't rout.
Yeah. But I lost a step.
Okay. Yeah, because if they're routed, that battery would have taken a step loss as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would have.
Okay, so the infantry in here
Still shooting.
are shooting, and they are going to shoot at these guys here because there's no modifier. Okay, so need a 5 or less.
Bad shooting.
That's the time to roll a 12. I don't mind rolling a 12 at that point. You know, that's would have been nice if that had been your roll, but you can't have everything. Okay, now then, is this battery going to fire? I think this one might though. This battery will fire, and he'll fire on these guys over here. So it's 3 hex range, so that's okay, but you are uphill and in terrain. Now, I think you only get one. You don't get both terrains, do you?
Oh, I think we've played it. I think we've played it that you do. Whether that's right or not.
Oh.
Only 1 DRM per case. Apply. Example, cav versus infantry in towns is +3 and not +4.
And also, if you look at slope, fire on a lower elevation +1, not cumulative with any other terrain.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So it's a net +1 in that shot at those guys up the hill.
Yep.
4. That's going to be something. That's a QFT1 and a step.
QFT1 and a step. So my quality is 7. I get an 8.
Okay.
Avoids the route. I lose a step of good cavalry.
I think that's all the offensive fire. Okay, some movement. All right, so this regiment moves into there for 1.
Hold the boss.
I am holding the bus.
So let me see what I want to do.
Let me zoom in that.
Not as strong as I was now. Oh, am I allowed to switch?
Yes, whenever you take a step loss, you're always able to switch the who's on top.
Yeah, you knew what I was going to say, didn't you? I wasn't sure if you were. It's in defensive fire. I don't think you can. Okay, so I've got 8. What can you bring to bear here? Oh, here's an idea. What's your orders? What are your orders?
Helnets. Oh, actually, there might be skullnets. Oh, that's a good point.
Skullnets.
They are.
Well, so far so far they're fine. What your infantry have done there is fine.
Yeah.
What I was looking at was, can you move units that are further up towards the Kulnets, down and across the bridge, or away from your?
Yeah, because that's my orders, isn't it? So
yeah, I don't have to make the decision now. To be fair, I can do it.
As we found out, you went with infantry to get cavalry into the situation. It's a bit tricky.
I'm going to stand the ground for now.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Forgive me. Infantry attacking cavalry in an orchard. If you decide to look at, I'm just looking at cavalry attacking 2 versus infantry is +3. Ah, but it's not reversed. If you attack cavalry in an orchard, you don't get a -3. That's what I was looking for. No, it's all right. Well, we're gonna stay there.
Now, so here to here, you are projecting a zone of control.
But I'm not
Here,
into the town.
Not into the town. So can I move to there like that?
I think you can, because there's no zone of control. There's no enemy zone of control into the village.
But do you stop when you move into a zone of control initially?
Oh, that's a bloody good point. We're going to have to pause.
Sorry. Okay, so whenever a unit enters a zone of control, it's infantry, artillery, or leader must stop. So he has to stop there. Right. Which doesn't stop this guy going 1. I think crossing that stream is it's +2. So yeah, that's fine. That's 4 into there. Okay. I think I'm going to bring the horse. This is a horse battery, so that is quite legitimate to bring that into there. Right, so this infantry, I've got to spend 1 movement point because I didn't do that one in one earlier phase. Okay, to go to that hex. 2, 3, 4, and he'll go right to there. And this battery will move 1 to there. So all those are within orders.
Yep.
Okay. Now, what to do about here? Davo doesn't have to roll for himself and orders, does he? So
Now you can change your order at any time.
yeah. I'm quite happy with Skolnitz still. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 3, 4 for them. I think right, okay, so I'm going to do an independent movement on this stack.
Okay.
Okay, so it's the morale 7's the lowest, but Davo does give them an extra 2. So their morale check, they're fine. So they've got half their movement allowance, which is effectively.
You've got 1 step on. I can only move 6, but you could leave them behind, I guess.
I could move 3, couldn't they? So they're actually going to go 1, 2, 3. And the rest with Dabu, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I think that's because I'm not doing, and am I going to do any attacks? Do I want to attack your cavalry? You've got 5, 6, 7, 8 steps. I've got 7. A 7's 14. I've got an 8 quality. Yeah, okay. Yeah, why not? I know why not. Because then these guys will get opportunity fire, won't they? On them,
They might.
they might. Now, I will use discretion as the better part of valor and wait until the rest of the guys are up. No point preempting. So I will mark him as activated. Remove all those. Remove all the fire markers. Roll 4.
What have you done?
Oh, bloody hell. Ah, dear, oh dear, oh dear.
I've put it onto turn finishing for you.
Thank you very much.
It's just as well you've taken a coalition objective, isn't it?
Well, I've got till 1 o'clock. I've still got 2 turns beyond this. So, yeah, but okay. Fair enough.
That could be half an hour at this rate.
Yeah. End of turn die roll. There we go.
Yeah, no, yeah. Right. It's a me.
To you.
Mr. Faulty. Okay. So let me have a look. I could do something with Liechtenstein's lads, cavalry. Have you left any weak areas? No, you've got a big grand battery there lined up. Liechtenstein's cavalry could do with being moved out of the way of that. That's one thing. And also to come in and protect the Pratzenberg Heights. That's certainly one option. You won't be able to activate Davout again. So I'm in no rush down on my left flank. I could activate Buxhausen. I'll try to get him to safety. Langeron. You've activated twice there already. Where's Napoleon sat?
Napoleon sat just outside Gerhikowitz.
Oh, yes, he's up there.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, okay. What about the right? Whew. It's fun. It's fun deciding. Bernadotte could come at me. He's got some fairly powerful units just to the east of Prats. I think I'm going to go for... Oh, I don't want to activate Buxhausen. Do I have to activate Buxhausen? I don't, do I? You're on activation 2. Napoleon's nowhere near. He's safe at the minute. I'm going to go for Liechtenstein's 5th Cavalry Corps around Pratzer.
Okay.
He's an 8. Yeah, and I get a 9. It wasn't meant to be. In that case, let's try and optimize the defenses. I'm going to go for Przezdziejew again because I've done Alexander in between. So Przezdziejew in Pratzer. So 7 or less. A 6. We're there. So his guys will be off. Now his orders are at Pratzer itself, so it's in and around there. So we can probably do some firing this turn. So we'll start with offensive fire. I'm going to mark the first one with the red circle. I can fire at your dragoons, or I can fire. If I fire at your dragoons, I'm at +1 because my artillery aren't as good. Is that right?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to go for your infantry regiments, the 55th line.
You can't see them. They're hugging.
Oh, you're under the slope, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point. No, I'll go for your dragoons then. Your 16th Dragoons, we've just taken the objective. So we're firing at it's a full-size battery. We're just firing at a +1.
Yep. You finally rolled a 12.
Let me mark them as fired. Okay. Under Kutuzov, there are 2 batteries. I'll probably want to move them 1 hex. But I mean, I can still fire. So I'm going to mark them as fired. Now, who we're going to fire at? We're going to fire at Bernadotte's chaps. I'm just going to mark with the red circle now. There.
Yeah.
That slope X side shouldn't interfere with line of sight.
No.
So I've got 6 points of artillery firing. It's just 0 DRM. There's no modifiers, correct?
Correct.
A 9. It's a miss again. And what else have I got in here? In Pratzer itself, I've got a battery. They're going to fire at your chaps in the woods just there.
Okay.
I'm firing at +1 because I'm in a village. Another +1 because you're in the woods.
Yep.
Is it cumulative?
Well, they're 2 different effects, aren't they? One is because you're of a small battery size.
It's just the slope that isn't cumulative, isn't it?
Yeah.
A 6 turns into an 8. That's a miss. And then finally, the last battery will fire. And they're going to fire at these chaps here.
So +2 again.
No, nothing. So just a bit of movement. Onto the slope. In fact, that smaller battery will actually move into Pratt's. And these chaps will move down onto the victory X.
Or just pausing for.
So nearly done. They've occupied Pratt's. Kutuzov's on the high ground. I'm going to leave that flag open on the Pratzenberg Heights. If your 16th Dragoons take it, they're risking being adjacent cannon fire. So that is the end of that turn for the Allies. So let me just mark my commander has activated twice, and actually he will move into Pratzer with those traps there. End of turn roll. Are you ready?
Yep.
A 4.
Right, I'm going to activate the Emperor.
Oh, I see.
We'll try and activate him. Yeah, he's keen. Right, I'm going to try and recover those 2 routed units. About
Gotcha.
the Sanderson. Okay, so he gives them a 3 modifier. So 61st Lignite line. 9, take away his 3 is 6. So they recover. And the other one, 11, not good enough. So even the Emperor can't recover them. Blimey.
I think they're pretending they can't hear. Yeah.
All right, so he's then going to move.
Okay.
And he gets an extra 1 for being on the trail. 11. Right. That's him done. Marked as activated. Moved. And end of turn die roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's see where we're at. I'm going to try and activate the advanced guard on the left under climb there. No, I'm not. I'm going to go for Langeron on an 8 or less. Nope. Langeron ain't shifting. I'll try Buxhowden. Yes.
Yeah. Get me out of here.
I'm bitter. I'm bitter. Now, what's the movement rates of a leader? Is it
It's 10.
6 or 10?
10.
10. So I think I'll have to put him with Doktorov's guys. So you can go down a slope.
They have the same movement capabilities of cavalry.
Yeah, there's no impediment for going down slopes. It's only ever up, isn't it? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the road, 9, 10. Oh, do I go back to 7, 8, 9, 10? Yeah, there is a way for him to reach. So I'm going to put him, he has to be on the road to reach there. He's with Doktorov's guys.
Okay.
And that
So
is him.
he's saying, "I'll come to help, guys."
Yes, he's come to help. Oh, I feel like it's a wasted activation though. Right, end of turn roll. There's a 2 that I needed. Right, back to the French.
Back to the French. I'm going to go for Davout.
Okay.
Yep, he's up. Right. Now, changing his orders, is it only in the orders phase, or can he try and change them any time he's activated?
Need to double check.
During any order phase, even if no orders can be changed, French can change Davout's orders. So it's an orders phase. So he can't change them right now. That's fine. They're activated. So let me see what reinforcements I can bring on.
Oh, is there still some left?
I think there are. Let's have a look. Scenario 4 reinforcements. So we've had group 1, we've had group 2, we've had group 3. We haven't had group 4 or group 5. We've had 6. We've had 7. All right. So it's a 5 or less with a -1 on the dice. So rolling for group 4. No. And then group 5? No. None this second activation.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so we've got fire again, offensive fire. And we will start with this battery here. And he will fire on this target here. Okay, no modifiers to the roll.
Oh, damn it. Now I'm in trouble.
Ooh.
QFT1, which I'm not going to pass. Oh, did. My quality is 5.
Still a step loss.
But I've still got a step loss, so that the infantry are gone. So I'll eliminate the infantry. Just tried a regiment with cannon fire.
Okay. This battery here will fire upslope.
Yeah.
So it's point blank, which is -1, +1 for the terrain, and then +1 for the battery. So net +1. No effect. Okay. These guys,
Mm-hmm.
infantry fire. No effect. These guys,
Finally.
these guys, +1.
Yeah.
No effect. Okay. I think that's all the offensive fire. Now, my infantry are adjacent to your cavalry.
Yeah.
So you're now fatigued.
Yeah.
Okay.
If attacked by cavalry, which I'm sure they're going to be.
Well, that's the question, isn't it? I've got that cavalry there. They can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they're going to be attacked by cavalry. Now, if I attack up into that orchard, cavalry attacked into versus by infantry.
Mind you, you'll have to stop. You'd have to stop in the hex just over the bridge, wouldn't you? Because of the zone of control.
Well, cavalry can move through zones of control, can't they? All right, well, let's just do my moves first. So this infantry is going to go here. All right, which is allowed. Okay, so I'm going to, can you put a fatigue marker on your cavalry there?
Yeah, 1 sec.
Right, the artillery battery miles will move into there. Now, if I combine this stack and the cavalry that are going to charge into that, you can then move away again, can't you?
Yeah.
So it's got to be cavalry by themselves. So there's 3 regiments there of cavalry, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They'll be going 1, 2, 3, 4. And they've got, it's 7.5 to 3.5. It's rounded up to 4, isn't it? So that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, making sure I didn't cock the numbers up.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't want to move any infantry into there. So that's the main thing there. So right. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Can't go through the gun. Actually, he will move into the gun. do it, and then go on. It's in the gun, go there. That's it. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's the basic movement. Now for what do you call it? Independent movement. So the stack with Davu, the morale's at 8, and he's giving -2. So they're fine. Now I can't do a prep charge because that will half my move again.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an unprepped charge. 2, 3, 4 to there. Right, I'm now going to go for independent movement on this cavalry.
Okay.
And their morale's 8. So they can move 3.5. 1, 2, which is 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Yep.
Right. So that's that. That's me done. So it's now defensive fire. Oh, sorry, I've only got the one attack. That's the cavalry there.
Yeah, there's no defensive fire.
There is no defensive fire. You can't retreat. Okay, so it's a straight attack. So I'm attacking you with 3, 6, 10 increments versus your 8. So it's 1 to 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Then my fatigue, sorry, your fatigue and my not doing a prepared charge.
They cancel each other out.
Cancel out, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the only thing we've got then is the vineyard.
Terrain and quality.
So cavalry attack versus cavalry plus artillery. Cavalry attack is +2. No, the upslope is not cumulative again. All attackers on lower terrain +1, not cumulative with any other terrain.
Yeah.
All right. So you're getting +2 for the terrain. Sorry. Yeah, +2 for the terrain. Now the quality difference, you are 6, I am 8. So that cancels out the terrain.
Yeah.
And then I've got Dabu.
Which gives you -2, is it?
Yeah. So net -2. That's a 4.
That's not bad.
That's an R.
That's not good for me. So let me just take that off. That unit is eliminated. And that unit is reduced. Oh, yeah. Hello. I've reduced him.
1 step.
Say again?
Oh, he only has 1 step.
Is that what it means?
Well, I'm assuming. That's a good question, actually.
It's a bit strange, isn't it? Let me just turn him back. He's a 5, 6, 8.
Ooh, we'll have to pause there. Okay, so yeah, he's a 1-step unit. We just
he's a 1-step unit. We found out. They're gone. Well done. Good charge.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't expecting you into. I was hoping for a retreat there. Now, so I've eliminated you. I can advance into there, and it's cavalry. They've all got to go in. Now the question is, okay, I can roll to not charge into your guys there, can't I?
Yeah.
So what do I got to roll to make sure that don't happen? French 1800 to 1812 is an 8. I think I can add, yeah, Davu. Okay. Yeah, he curtails their enthusiasm.
Okay.
Yeah, because that would definitely not be 12 to 10. Yeah. What's your quality? 7. Yeah, no. And terrain, that would be absolute no. Right. Okay. I'm just trying to clear a bridgehead. That was all.
I know. Yeah, you're much
Richard,
more successful than you hoped. Well, at least this turn's gone better for the French in terms of the die rolls and what have you. It's not been punishing like it was last time.
it hasn't been murder, touching wood, no, like last time. But the turn is still young. Hopefully. Right. Okay. So remove all the moves. Removed all the. That I'll do his second activation. Okay. Remove all the fired. End of turn roll.
There you go. What was I just saying?
Oh! Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oops. Whoops.
Oh,
Whoops.
man. Oops. I'll give you oops. The other guy, one of the guys made a comment about fruity language off screen. I'm not going to go off screen. I'm going to go, but this is not recommended for children. For fuck's sakes.
We know what's happened. There's been such dramatic success from Sultan Davu that the rest of the French army stopped. Have you seen what's happening over there, over yonder? And everyone stopped to watch. Look at that cavalry charge. Look at those dragoons take the Pratzen Heights. Let's not do anything.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right. Well, let's go. Might as well end this turn. Go through the end of turn sequence.
We'll go through the end of turn phase, and we'll call it for today. But yeah, so we've got routers. We've got strategic movement, which begins with the French. I'm not sure if we'll have any. I think everyone's pretty much engaged.
Yeah.
Looking at my units, they're all within.
I think everybody's within. Okay, so start next off then is the routers. I have one battery that was reluctant to rejoin the colours, but he's got a movement value of 2, so he's on the road, so that's 4. I think that's my only router.
Beginning with the Russian routers on the right flank. Near Hollybits, just to the west of Hollybits, I've got 2 units in a stack. One, they both have movement rate of 3. They have to move towards the directly west.
Yeah,
I think there's a thing there. So what I'll do with them, let's go 1, 2, 3. And I've got an artillery half battery in Hollybits itself, who's got a movement rate of 2, who will go 1, 2. So they're all, with every movement point, they're moving closer to the line of communication. And at Pratt's, I've got a couple of units. One is an infantry regiment on the road who will move toward Austerlitz. Actually, not on a road, he's on a track. He will move 1, 2, 3. And there's a half a battery who will move 1, 2,
That's it.
Nobody else.
West router's taken care of.
It is. We need to clear off the move, fired, melee, and activations. So you've just done that. I was clicking some and you were clicking the others, I think.
Okay. Right. So that cavalry that you just lost, where did you put them?
I just clicked eliminate.
All right. So they're in the cemetery.
Yeah.
Oh, there's quite a bit there, isn't there? All right. We need to add those into the casualty lists.
Yeah.
Put them back. Well, we can do that off camera. Okay. We've got to swap cards.
Yeah.
So I get the leader safe.
That's right. I get the rally.
I know where that might be played. You just moved 4 stacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've done that. I'll move the turn marker up to 12 midday. Turn starting.
And starting.
So that is us. We've completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've completed 6 turns. We're halfway through.
Yeah, we had 2 short. We had 2 long turns and now 2 short turns.
Yeah, half of the course, isn't it?
That's it. That's what you've just got to accept it. That's going to happen.
But this turn belongs to the French. Not this turn. This playthrough. This part of our game.
This session we've just done.
This session. Session is a good word. Yes, session belongs to the French. Taken part of the Pratzenberg Heights, cleared the bridge at the Goldback. And
one thing we have forgotten to do.
Oh yeah,
is check formation demoralization levels.
That's Langeron. Well, we know Langeron will be demoralized, so there's a counter for that. I've put it on him. You should see that now that he's demoralized his formation.
Yeah.
That reduces his movement and his some DRMs, I believe, as well.
Yeah, it makes him not too keen to attack. I think he's okay still on defense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it lowers
well remembered.
But yeah, I mean, effectively that's all he's got left of his command, isn't it? The rest of it is either routed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, he's taken the brunt of the assault, really, hasn't he?
Yes, he did. I mean, it has been raised from a couple of people again on our comments is why you advanced towards Kobelnitz. I think you were just trying to be a speed bump and slow the French down, personally.
Well, it also, having coalition forces in the centre, forces your hand to, you've got to attack them, really, because you've got to take them out, because otherwise you leave your line of communication. So whether that's a good move or not, whether I should just turtle. It's for me, it's more of a dull game if I just turtle.
Yeah, but the victory conditions don't encourage you to turtle.
No, they don't. No.
They encourage you to. I mean, this is where comparing, and we're going a little bit off track here. We're comparing the Hexasim game system, which we're playing at the moment, with the Vive la France. I found the victory conditions in Vive la France lazy.
It's Vive l'Empereur.
Vive l'Empereur, sorry, I do apologize. Vive l'Empereur. We've played quite a few scenarios from those. And it's been fun to play, don't get me wrong. I mean, Hanau and such forth. But the victory conditions always seem lazily put together. It's like he doesn't really care who wins as long as you played the game and fought the battle. Whereas the victory conditions for this and the Ligny and Quatre Bras that we've played.
And Waterloo.
And
And Waterloo.
Well, I know we play tested Waterloo. I'm not really counting that because I don't think the victory conditions of that one are that good at the present. When it gets published, it'll be interesting to see if that gets.
Yeah, if they change or not. Well, it's a massive set piece with everyone quite close together as well, isn't it? It's a little bit different.
But this, the system so far has seemed to me to really try to make victory conditions that emphasize what really happened. I mean, the coalition did attack around Skolnitz and Telnitz, and you are rewarded for doing so by taking, which I haven't recaptured as yet. That is still yours. I don't know if we should put a flag on it. But once I do retake that, okay, fine. But because you have taken it, you put yourself, you're forcing me to attack early or quickly, so it does work very well. But as I say, with the Vive la Empereur, I just think sometimes I've never, in fact, in none of the games have I found the victory conditions palatable. I mean, especially when we did Salamanca, the victory conditions were if the French had to demoralize the British and the British had to demoralize the French, but the French were in such an initial bad position, felt like there was no reward for actually maintaining the status quo, victory condition wise, and again, we're playing for the history mainly, but I think the victory conditions should reflect that history as well, and they do in this very, very well. But been a pleasure, Mark. Now it's
as always.
As always, yes. Even
it hasn't been a pleasure for the coalition. It's been a pleasure for me.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, again, we were making comments about the last turns or last sessions die rolls. Yes, we went off camera, and I was kicking and screaming and swearing, and oh my goodness. But not at Mark. The dice have got nothing to do with what Mark's doing. I had a personal morale check. It's like, oh, this is so frustrating. But this turn, okay, I've again rolled 11s and 12s for ending the turn. So it's all down to my rolls. But okay, I can't complain about some of my shooting.
You had some great cannon fire. Cannon fire.
But then again, you have subsequently good morale checks. I mean, this gun here,
that's right,
should have been routed.
Yeah,
without a doubt. I mean, this 15 size battery is scaring the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Okay. But I noticed he was stacked with weak infantry. I thought, well, I've got to try and take him out by routing the bugger, but he's still there. It's just like,
I'll eventually get an opportunity to fire with him.
That's your decision. You've decided to
exactly. Yeah, you've got to prioritize.
In the way and such forth. So
well, to coalition, it's my own decisions. But I had to activate Alexander. I've activated Buxhausen, so I haven't activated as many combat formations as I could have done. But I was looking after my leadership because of initial poor placement by me. It's all a part of the learning curve, and I've got to take the criticism for that. But you don't play it, you don't learn.
Oh,
I love playing it. So thanks for
watching,
everyone.
Who's going to get the initiative next turn? I mean, Soult's got to go again. I mean, if without a doubt, if I get the initiative, I've got Napoleon has got to change their orders. But yeah. I definitely would like to win So if you were to win the initiative, who would it be?
If I win the initiative, I think Langeron's lost no matter what I do, even if I win the initiative. He'll probably be annihilated. See, I'm defending. I'm not really attacking now, as it stands. So I need to be able to react, form defensive lines and react. I think if if I won the initiative, it would probably be a cavalry corps.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Well, guys, thank you for watching. Until next time, hit that like if you like what we're doing. Hit the subscribe if you've watched multiple episodes and enjoyed them. Hit the subscribe button anyway. There will be a slight break as I'm going away. So real life is dictating the course of this, but hopefully we should be back, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday I should get an episode up.
In the meantime, if anyone wants to comment with hints and tips for the coalition to help us out in this difficult position that we found ourselves in, I'd much appreciate it. It's always interesting reading the comments. Now I can read them. Now I can watch the videos. There's no hidden markers anymore. So
well, you could always look at the comments anyway, couldn't you? You just couldn't watch the videos. But yeah, just say, oh yeah, I think the last hidden unit has been played. That was Mr. Buchalden.
Yeah.
So though he wasn't, as you say, what did you call him? What?
I don't want to repeat it, really, do I?
Okay. Well, now he's reached the front line. The soldiers are saying, "Oh no, look what they sent as a reinforcement." Thanks, guys. No. All right, all the best. Till
Thanks,
next time.
everybody.
Bye.